Hi Hexenfrau, thank you so much for ordering. This is actually my first video reading in my new office, and this is actually my dedicated tarot table. So you're getting the first ever video reading that I've done here. I've done email readings, but this one is kind of special. So I do apologize if anything isn't quite perfect. I also lost in the move. I upgraded my computer and I don't have my old software that I use, so I've got to find some video editing software. So we shall see how this will turn out. I think it'll be pretty good. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the stones. You chose the Autumn Tide Harvest spread. So what this is what can you harvest in this season from your hard work in the spring and the summer. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about these stones. First, we've got petrified wood here, and this is for tying into the past. So again, we're looking at the hard work that we have done in the past and how we're bringing that forward. These are polychrome jasper, and they're about energy, okay? Because we kind of want to keep that energy going so that we can continue to bring in the harvest, continue to do the work that needs to be done. I know you particularly, after your October reading, you've got a lot of stuff coming up. So I wanted to inject some energy into that for you. But I also have the honey calcite, which is very soothing. It's soothing for frayed nerves. It's also got that warm, kind of cozy energy of the autumn. And so I thought that would really work. But so these together, the energy and then the soothing, I feel like will be really good for you right now. And then we've got the ammonites, which again go back to the same thing as the petrified wood, which is bringing forth the past. These are about cycles, about the cycles of nature. We plant our seeds in the spring, we do the work in the summer, we harvest in the fall, and then we rest in the winter, and that just keeps cycling. And so this is bringing forth the past, everything that we've worked for up till now, everything that we're going to work for into the future. So they have a lot to do with harvest and with what we draw from that. So let's get started, shall we? And I'm using the Raven's Prophecy Tarot and the Halloween Oracle. So just in case you're curious about those. Now, one thing I am noticing right now is that all of these three cards are upright. These three cards are not. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. I'm sorry, these 6 cards are all reversed. So the way we're going to read this is October, like September 21st to October 21st, October 22nd to November 21st, November 21st to December 21st, which is, winter solstice and when things change to winter. So for the first third, we're starting with the 5 of Swords. So it looks like you have been fighting for something. You've been fighting really hard. The 5 of Swords is, it can be about communication. So it can be like an argument, or it can be just really struggling for something. And I feel like this could be personal arguments. It could also be your studies. Just because I know that going to school is like a struggle. It's really hard, especially when you're, as an adult trying to go back to school. I have huge respect for that. So it could be that as well. But yeah, it seems like you've been working really hard for something. And Swords kind of brings in that communication, that intellect, the mental capacities that would be involved with studying, which is why I think it may tie in there. But yeah, it looks like you've been struggling. But that's just the beginning. So let's look and see. Oh, you've got the Page of Wands though. So you've got some idea. You have some new idea. And we actually did see that in your October reading as well. Where you've got this idea for this new thing that you're excited about. So you've been struggling, but you've had this thing going on in the back of your mind, kind of this little flame, this little beginning of this great idea. And it's like a journey that you want to embark on. So that's really good. Yeah, it seems like that may be something that kind of lifts you out of the struggles. So let's see what you're going to harvest. Oh, you've got another page. So what you're going to harvest out of that is really good communication skills. Again, the page is also at the beginning of a journey. What you're going to harvest is that kind of youthful exuberance, but also an ability to communicate very clearly and very cleanly, probably stemming from what you learned from if these were arguments. So you've got this flame that you're going to bring forth in this very intellectual, analytical, rational kind of way. So that's really cool. So, yeah. So your harvest is going to be a new journey, basically. So let's see what your special guidance card is. Ooh, the underworld. Where all things pause and begin again. Interesting. So, yeah, so this is kind of like a journey for you. This is a big journey. This is like going deep, deep, deep down into the underworld, going deep, deep, deep within, dealing with your shadows, and then coming back up to the surface, and you've got this flame leading you, right? So you've got this flame leading you back out of this underworld, and it's bringing you to this place where you have this great idea. So yeah, I'm really excited. And this showed up in your October reading too, so like, please let me know if you know what this is. I have an idea from something that you posted on Facebook at one point, but I don't know, I don't want to just assume, so. But it looks like it's going to kind of set your mind on fire, if you will, so. So this is for the second third, and that was, we figured, October 21st to like November 20th, so. Now we're starting with the Emperor reversed, which is really interesting, again, because of your October reading. If you don't have the October reading open for this, maybe take a look at it. So there was a person who showed up in your October reading who was the Emperor, and now we've got it reversed. So I see you kind of, I couldn't tell in the reading if that was like a positive influence for you or a negative influence, but it looked like it was pretty positive, but now it looks like you're going to kind of overturn that. You're going to break away from this person who is very involved in rules, very involved in setting things up in a very organized and efficient way. And again, it does go back to that reading where you're going to take your own path. So that's good. So I think the message here is that you'll be, with your October reading, you'll be setting up your own rules in your own organization, maybe not listening to somebody who would like to tell you how to do that. So, if that makes sense. And then we've got the Knight of Wands reversed. Now, this is interesting. So I feel like this person is going to be kind of killing your energy, because this is like the go get them card, right? This is the person who goes and just does the action, does the work, makes things happen. Okay, this is the most passionate, motivated card there really is that I can think of. Maybe this in the Chariot. So yeah, whoever this person is going to be kind of killing your enthusiasm. Don't let them do that. You know that the path that you're on is the right path, and you kind of need to ignore that influence. Ignore any influence right now that does not serve you and that does not get you farther towards where you want to go, if that makes sense. And what you'll harvest from that, the Ace of Wands reversed. Now, what that means to me, normally people would see that and see that as a bad card, but what I think that means is it's going to get you out of that beginning stage of just thinking about things and just being excited about things. That's going to move you beyond the Ace. That's going to move you to the 2 or the 3 of Wands, which is where you're actually starting to put things together. So that's a good thing. I don't see that as a bad card there at all. If you can ignore anyone who is trying to keep you down, who is trying to tell you how to do things and do it your own way, you're going to propel yourself beyond that. So that's good news. And your special guidance card here is Winter. Ooh, interesting. So I feel like this is like very literal. This is going to take you into winter, and it says the sacredness of pausing. But I don't feel like it's, kind of a metaphorical winter of pause. I feel like that's going to propel you into the winter, into the literal actual winter. So this is something that's going to last well into that time, and winter is going to be really your time to make things happen. So that's a good thing. So for the last third, which is November 21st to December 20th, roughly, we start with the Devil reversed. So this is interesting. You are going to be shedding some things that are holding you back. You are going to be letting go of things that you have previously distracted yourself with. And that could be, for a lot of people, I'm not saying anything specific with you, but I mean, for a lot of people, it's alcohol or drugs or shopping, obsessive shopping. It can be promiscuous sex. Anything that we kind of distract ourselves with, any of those things that we do that kind of take us off of our path, that kind of just kill the pain, those are represented by the devil, but we've got him reversed here. So you're going to be letting some of those things go. You're going to be getting rid of some of the things that distract you, some of the things that weigh you down, that hold you back. So that's a really, really good card in the reverse position like this. Now, Ten of Swords. Now, this is a card that usually shows up when you need to let something go that is dead and gone, but here it's reversed. So you're going to. It's not saying that you need to, it's saying that you're going to do that. You already know that. You are going to move through something. You're going to let go of something that is really, like I said, just dead and gone, that doesn't help you, that doesn't serve you, that you should have maybe let go of a long time ago. Something that you're holding on to because of nostalgia or a feeling of responsibility, but that's just no longer helping you, and that's no longer serving you on this path that you're on. You're on this like really cool path, and we saw that again in your October reading, but we're seeing it here. There's like a very clear story of you have this thing that you want to do, that you are excited about, that you can make something out of it, but you have to just let the Emperor go, and you have to let something else go. So yeah. So I don't know. It's very clear here, the story that we're seeing. So what you're going to harvest from that. Ooh, Five of Coins reversed. Now, if you know anything about the Five of Coins, I freak out whenever I see this card, because it's the card of being broke, basically being poor. But we've got it reversed here. So it doesn't mean that. It means you're going to get yourself out of that kind of poverty. And that can be financial poverty. That can be social poverty. Like you feel like you don't have any friends. You don't have anyone around you to help you. That can be emotional poverty. You just don't feel like you're being seen, if you will. That's going to help you feel less like you're kind of out in the cold, if that makes sense. So, yeah, what you can read from that, from letting this thing go, is warmth and feeling like you're coming back to life, you're coming back to friends, you're coming back to a place of financial security, you're regaining anything that you may have lost before. So that's a great card. And the special guidance here is Skull of Darkness. Ooh, blind spots. Okay. So that's a warning, clearly. When we see a card like that that's, maybe not the most positive, then we know that it's a warning. And yeah, so it's just saying, be aware of everything. And don't have blind spots. Don't have emotional blind spots. Don't let certain people get away with things that you wouldn't let yourself get away with, if that makes sense. Just be very aware that, you've got to watch out for yourself. No blind spots. Just keep an eye on everyone. Make sure everything that is happening is to your best advantage. So yeah, so that's it. Let me see. You've got 1, 2, 3 swords cards. So that is the realm of like the intellect, of mental capacity, communication, that sort of thing. You've got 1, 2, 3 wands cards. And I feel like that's really important because that's about your passion, your motivation, the thing that you're excited about. So I feel like those are really important to you. So it's going to be communication and motivation. So those are your two big themes here. Now, your major arcana cards are the Emperor, so that's going to be a big force. That's going to be something that you really have to work through. And also the Devil reversed here. It looks like this is, I feel like the Devil reverse is kind of going to happen naturally, but this is something that you may struggle with, especially with the Ten of Swords here. You're going to have to just say no. You're going to have to just cut this person off and be like, no, you're not looking towards my best interest right now. So I feel like that's going to be a bit of a struggle, but everything looks really good. So yeah, just like I said, don't have any blind spots, and be prepared to go to the underworld and come back and find yourself. Be prepared to like level up. I mean, that's what it is. It's a level up. So yeah, so that's it. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can always contact me at amyravenson@gmail.com, or you know how to get in touch with me. We've been friends for a while. But that's it. If you need any clarification or have any questions, just let me know. And blessed be. Bye-bye.